YouTubers, what's up? So today I've got a super busy day. We're here in Brooklyn again. We've got Damian Erskine in the studio with us today. He's recording a course for the membership over at scottsbasslessons.com on his right hand thing. He uses multiple fingers on his right hand. But before we get into that, I'm going to show you all behind the scenes. In fact, last night, which is why I may be looking a little rough here. As you get a little older, you kind of have to wind your face up on a morning, so bring it back into shape. But last night, Rufus Philpott was here because we recorded a course with him, and then Damian got here, and there was beers, and it was a late night. So if I look, dreadful, that's why it's Rufus and Damian's fault. Anyway, we're going to be recording a course today with Damian, but I thought it'd be wicked to take some Q&A from you guys, because I've seen 3 really cool questions come through. Okay, yeah, the first one was which to upgrade first, your bass or your amp. So if you're a beginner, you want to upgrade, you know, you've got a certain amount of cash, what should you upgrade first, your bass or your amp? That's a killer question. And then we've got another question, how to get into playing chords on the bass. I've got some really cool, 2 really cool techniques to help you get into playing chords on the bass. And the third question is actually about, do I use 3 fingers on this hand? And I kind of do. It's kind of related to Damian's course, I suppose, which is cool because we're recording a course with Damian today. I do it in a very different way, but I'm going to show you guys what I do and how you can do it as well. But before we get into the Q&A and I grab my bass, first of all, let's go down to Bushwick here in Brooklyn. We'll show you around the studio, what Damian's doing, hanging out. We'll show you his bass and things like that, I expect. And then I'll grab my bass when I get back tonight and answer these questions for you guys, and hopefully you'll be in the shed in no time. So let's do this. Hey guys, how's it going? Day 3, day 4. I ain't got a clue what day it is. Anyway, Damian Erskine's in the house today. We're a bit late starting today. I think we all got into drinking a bit too much coffee, but it's going to be a wicked day. I've just been trying Damian's bass as well earlier. Oof. Super nice. Who's this man? Who's this man? Yeah, so let's go check it out. Oh, I forgot the keys. Oh, I've got to hear them. Back up guys, let's go get the keys. Okay, we're on, got the keys.
That's good. If you need more, this is right here.
So check it out guys, this is completely new to us, isn't it Gav?
What is it, Sky?
I don't know what it is. Oh, hey, how you doing? It is, what is it? Probiotic Super Tea. All the guys in the States love this stuff. Have you got one?
How about health? Yeah, I've gone for the healthy option.
Do you like them, Pablo? I've been up in the control room and Damian's about to do his performance for the course. He just finished the course and now he's going to be doing some grooving, so I thought it'd be cool to catch us on camera for you guys. Which is your sexy side, Damian? Left or right?
I don't have one.
Oh, come on, everybody's got a sexy side. Tell us about the bass, because obviously it's like super sexy.
Made by Pete Scholl. I think it's all maple. From
yeah, it looks like a maple top, doesn't it?
Yeah, flame maple top, bird's eye maple fretboard. I think it might be an alder body, but I think it might be a maple body too. I don't know.
Yeah. What's this huge thing here? Because that's what like jumped out at me.
This is something we came up with together. There's really it's an oversized mold, so it's not a cover. There's actually 2 pickups, but they're built.
They're actually built in one mold.
Yeah, but it's like 2 soap bars, custom wound. I don't know how he has them done.
Yeah.
But yeah, instead of having a ramp, it's like an OCD thing. When I had the piece of wood in between my pickups,
Yeah.
I kept feeling the seams and it would distract me.
And that's why you wanted to put it all in one bit of resin. Yeah. And how far do you have it at? Do you know, because like, let's just have a closer look so people can see. Because like, loads of people have got ramps, and you can never tell how far.
Mine's fairly
it's actually,
close.
Oh, it's like super close, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. I don't mind high action with my fretting hand.
Yeah.
But that's just where my right hand likes.
It needs to be super close, yeah. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so the first question is from Johnny my pronunciation is so bad. It's from Johnny. Johnny, hey, how you doing? Okay, so Johnny's saying, I've been playing for 18 months, looking at starting to get gigging, but over the last few months I've just been using a starter bass and starter amp. I'm guessing, Johnny, that's a practice amp. What should I upgrade first? Okay, and this is a really, really cool question because we've all been in that situation, right? We've all been playing for a certain amount of time, kind of in our bedrooms or our living rooms, annoying our spouses or wherever you've been shedding, right? It's time to get gigging. You need to upgrade to be able to do that. In my honest opinion, the first thing that you should upgrade is your amp, not your bass. Okay, so you should upgrade your amp and not your bass. The amp is so key to a live performance. It needs to be of a certain power to be heard in the mix of the band, because a lot of the time when you turn up and gig, there's not a PA, there's no DI to take it out or anything like that. It's literally a drummer, guitars, keys, singer, and you know, going raw through your amp. So you need to rely on your amp for your own monitoring, and the audience is monitoring. So not only do you need to hear it, but the audience need to hear it as well. So because of that, the amp is so important, and that's where, when it comes to upgrades, you should start with your amp. Think about wattage. It's not the same as guitar wattage. So for instance, with a 50 watt valve amp, for your guitar, you're going to be playing Wembley, whereas a 50 watt bass amp isn't going to be pushing it. It's not going to be enough. So I would personally recommend 250 to 300 watts or anything above that for the actual power amp. Okay, so 250 to 300 and anything above that. And when it comes to the bass, don't worry about it so much. You know, you can play really, really great gigs on a really, really cheap bass. That's just the way it is. In fact, like Rich Brown, one of my favourite bass players in the world, who is coming out here. You guys are going to meet him. He's coming out here to record a course for you guys. For the Scots Bass Lesson membership. Rich Brown, I saw a video just the other day where he was playing a jazz gig, and he was rocking it on a Squier jazz bass. In fact, if we've got that clip, I will cut to it right now. Okay, like that was on a Squier. Did it sound great? Yeah. Okay, and like one of my favourite guitar players from Paris, and a great friend of mine, Tam de Villiers, he used a Squier for the first like 10 or 15 years of his career. He was out in Paris ripping it up, you know, one of the greatest guitar players out there on a Squier. And all he did actually is he upgraded the pickups, the bridge possibly, and the machine heads. Okay, that's all he upgraded, and other than that, it was just a stock Fender Squier, which probably cost about $200 or something like that, $250. So there is definite options of upgrading your bass without having to get another bass, and that's what I'd think about as well, keeping it cost efficient. What I would say as well is that it's really going to benefit everybody out there. If you've got a cheap bass, okay, a cheaper bass, sub, you know, I don't know. Actually, let's not put a price on it because some expensive basses have crap setups as well. So I'll give you my statement, then we'll go on to the next question. It's worth getting your bass set up by a professional, or learning how to set it up yourself, the height of the action, okay? So many basses come out of the factory because they're built in a factory. They haven't got the time on the production line to allocate time to set the instrument up, okay? So what they know is that they don't want any of the notes to buzz, right? You know, they don't want any of the notes to buzz on their instruments when they leave the factory, but they haven't got the time on the production line to really spend a lot of time on setup because it takes a long time, like 1 to 2 hours to do this properly, right? So what do? They crank up the action really high. And this is of like so many factory-based manufacturers. Take your time and get your action set up on your bass, because playability of your bass is really important as well. Okay, next question is from Steve Earl, and it is, I'm just getting into chords on the bass. Have you got any tips to help me out? Steve? I have. Okay, here's a quick and dirty guide for anybody that wants to get started with chords on the bass, right? Take a large percentage of all the chords, you can boil them down to 4 different chord types, right? It's actually probably like over 90%. They are major 7, minor 7, dominant 7, and minor 7 flat 5. Cool? Major 7, minor 7, dominant 7, and minor 7 flat 5. They were all C's, by the way, okay? All C's. Actually, it's like, oh, let me just pull this down here.
A few moments later.
Okay, I've just moved the camera so you can see this a bit better. You can see the nut, obviously, and the top of the fingerboard here, so you've got a reference of where I'm playing. So for the major 7, you put the root on with your second finger, major 3rd with your first finger, and then with your little finger, can't see that, can you? There you go. And that's a major 7 chord. Oh, with here you can see that I'm plucking with a thumb, index and middle. Now you'll notice that the 5th is not there, and that's because on bass we can get rid of the 5th. It's a neutral tone in the chord. If it was a flat 5, I'd want to add it in, but if it was a, here I am by the way, if it's a natural 5, we can just get rid of it. So there we've got root, major 3rd and the 7. Now let's make that a dominant 7. All we need to do is lower or flatten this B here, this 7th note. Okay, we need to flatten it down, but we'll change our shape to root, major 3rd, and with the 3rd finger, that's the dominant 7 shape. And this is closed voicing. It's all within 1 octave. Major 7, dominant 7. Now, just as we did with the last chord, all we're going to do is flatten one of the notes, and we're going to make a minor 7 chord. So we've gone major 7, dominant 7, then root, minor 3rd, and then the flat 7 here with our little finger, and that's our minor 7. Okay, so you can see the relationship between these chord shapes. Major 7, dominant 7, minor 7. And then the last one, root. We've got a flat 5 here, and then a flat 7 up here. C, G flat, and B flat. Okay, so here we go. Here's the 4 chord types. Major 7, dominant 7, minor 7, minor 7, flat 5. Okay, now what we're going to do is take a C major scale and we're going to assign all of those closed voice shapes along there. Okay, so grab a pen and a notepad and write these down, right? First one is C major 7. The next one is D minor 7. The next one is E minor 7. F major 7. G dominant 7. A minor 7. B minor 7 flat 5. And then C major 7. So there you've harmonised, you've learnt the C major scale with chords. And remember, you've only got 4 main shapes for all the closed positions and 4 for the open positions. So the maximum amount of positions right now, just to get started, that you need to learn is 8 different shapes, and they're all interrelated, so they're really easy to remember. If you are an Academy member and you want to get stuck into these chords a bit more and find out about my entire brain process on the whole thing, we've actually recorded I think it's like 6 or 7 hour long course in the Academy, the Scots Bass Lessons membership, over at scotsbasslessons.com. Go check it out if you're an Academy member. There's everything I know in one course. Over at the membership. And if you're not an Academy member yet, go grab your free trial. You can get 14 days free from the link below. Now, next question. Okay, so Jessica's asking, do you ever use 3 fingers? I've seen guys like Billy Sheehan and others using 3 fingers. Is it something that I should be doing? Great question, Jessica. I kind of 99.9% of the time use 2 fingers. Index and middle. But sometimes I use 3, but not like Billy Sheehan, not with the index, middle and ring finger. What I do is I use my thumb, index and middle, so okay, so I'll use that. It's predominantly the thumb and the index, but sometimes I'll use that middle finger to like catch little notes on top. I definitely use it when playing chords, but for me, I'm predominantly a 2-finger player, as is like a whole heap of players. The whole 3-finger thing, I did think about doing it back in the day because I looked at people like Billy Sheehan, Elaine Caron, who else? Gary Willis uses 3 fingers, and to be honest with you, it was a workshop that I went to that Elaine Caron was. It was a masterclass that Elaine was doing, and he was getting asked about the 3-finger thing because he uses 3 fingers. And somebody said, hey, should I be doing the 3-finger thing? And he said, look, it was like Jacko used 2, he was like, I use 3 because I've always used 3. He said, and that's why I use 3. He said, if I just used 2 and then a few years later saw that somebody was using 3, he probably wouldn't have moved. So his recommendation on that masterclass was, if you're doing fine with 2, it was good enough for Jacko, just carry on with 2. So I suppose it really depends on what your personal goals are. What I would say is that you should definitely check out Damian Erskine, who we've been recording today, because he's developed a really cool style where he does use 3 fingers, but like I do, with the thumb, the index and the middle, but he uses it in a really cool, complex way, and he's got all these percussion, can't speak today, percussion patterns that he uses with it. It's really cool. So if you're an Academy member, definitely check that out when we put that in the membership. So my own personal opinion is, if you're at the threshold of what 2 fingers can do, and you're really pushing it and you're blazing, okay, but you want more, you want Billy Sheehan style technique, well then maybe check out 3 fingers. But if you're just not there yet with 2, well that's okay, you just need to practice more with 2. And there's a lot of guys out there playing with just 2 and doing really good. So that's my take on it. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. I've had a long ass day. I'm so sorry if I've gone on way too long today. I feel like I have. I feel like I've answered 3 questions, and maybe when I edit this video down it's going to be about 10 hours long or something like that. I do have a tendency to talk a lot. Well, that's what my wife says anyway. But other than that guys, thank you for all the support as normal. Hit me up with some questions below so I can do more Q&As like this. It'd be wicked if you did that. And other than that, check out the website, scottsbaselessons.com. If you like what I'm doing here, check out the membership. It's so cool, it'll blow your face off. And you can grab a 14-day free trial for that. And if you do, give me a shout in the campus, our forum over there, and I'll say hello. Other than that guys, take it easy, and as always, I'll see ya in the shed.
Take it away, D-Mac.
The 2015 Kickstarter challenge.
Hey everybody.
Hey.
Hey everybody.
Hi everybody.
Hello all. Hello.